Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Tuesday, May 12th. Actually, kind of a remarkable session today. It looked like we were getting ready to roll over, and then in the last hour, when market did what it's pretty much done over the last 10 weeks, it bent the shorts over, and we saw almost a 100-point rally going into the last 30 minutes of the day. Still, I did send out an alert today. We had Abbey Cohen on CNBC this morning doing her usual bullish dance. She is probably the most perfect contrarian indicator that there is. Whenever she comes on and says buy the market, usually within a few days, the market has a near term top and collapses. She's also done this at the bottom and said sell, and the market has rallied. So, for that reason, we've gone back into our neutral, high caution, high cash stance right now. It doesn't mean we're not going to play stocks. It just means we're playing them smaller. We're raising our cash levels. We're not shorting yet. We're waiting for a confirmation before we even consider shorting. Here on the 15-minute chart, you can see we had another bullish falling wedge that in that last hour we had the big spike out of. We're starting to get these wedges pretty close together, so that's another kind of a warning signal. We flip over to that daily chart. Really, our confirmation, as I've been mentioning over the last month or so, would be a break below the 20-day exponential. That right now is at 82.23. So until we see this level break or we see 3 down days in a row, no need to be jumping out the window as of yet. Granted, we are overbought, but the market can consolidate as it has been at the 20-day exponential, and we will be fine and dandy. US dollar, actually, this green candle here I think is a little bit misleading. I think my charts are wrong on this, but we had a breakdown on the head and shoulder on the dollar. We also broke below the 200-day moving average, and as such, commodities should do very well again over the summer. It's bad news for the economy that we're going to and already have started to see gas prices go through the roof. It looks like the game is back for them, the hedge funds, to jam the market or jam the commodities higher. And with the dollar breaking down, that is the fuel for that move. But let's jump into some stock plays here. DNE, Dune Energy, cheap penny oil play. Sent an alert out on this one at 20 cents. Very nice action. It was as high as 25 cents at the close. It does trade on Scamex. So, of course, the crook specialist painted the closed low. Still doesn't matter. We're looking for a move at least to 32. Target here is a move to 32 to 38 cents on this one. As I mentioned in the alert, we've got downside to 12 to 13 cents, but with pretty decent upside here. Risk reward is very nice, especially with the commodities starting to move nicely higher, and there's not a whole lot of energy plays out there. ASTM, another alert on this one to start accumulating a new position on this one. Breakout on first target is 45 cents here. GERN was looking fantastic early in the day. It looked like it was going to make a challenge on 7, but with the market retrace, it got slapped back. Still, these stem cell stocks have been trying to bust out for the last few days, and we've got RSI at 50 now on ASTM. We've still got a strong ADX and stochastics right at 50 and looking ready to bounce up. Remember, I've mentioned this before in other plays. We like to see stochastics come down to 50 and then zoom. And usually when we see that happen, we have some very nice stock gains. ONT, this was actually a trading alert in the chat room right before the close yesterday, actually right on the bell. So there was really no time to send out an alert on this one, but very nice spike on this one this morning. The chart looks really, really good. We've got extension off the 200-day moving average, and next stop, really, there's no resistance until 59 cents. This is a stock that leaks like a sieve. Usually volume precedes news, and the stock price and the action is telling us that good news is coming here very, very soon. So keep a very close eye on this one. Would add any dips to 40 cents on this stock. JLI, Jessup and Lamont. This is a investment bank broker play along the lines of FBR. Would add this one anywhere under the 50-day moving average. Very, very small just because the volume is very low on this one. So add target would be 33 to 36 cents on this one with a target of the 200-day moving average at 61 cents. Again, volume is very light on this one, which means if you're considering it, it's a very small play. AAU, Almaden Minerals, little gold play. Gold should start to move nicely higher. Our other gold plays that we had a couple of weeks ago continue to break out to new highs. So right now we're looking for laggard plays like this one, AAU. Breakout would be a close above the 50-day moving average with a target of the 200-day moving average. That is at 85 cents. BQI, very nice winner for us over the last couple of days. We were buying this one last week in the 80s, hit $1.14 yesterday, sent out the book profits alert on this one, and it's pulled back nicely today. Let's see how it acts around. It was able to hold a 20-day exponential today. If it dips back down to the 50-day moving average, we'll probably look to getting back into the scalp shares we sold because, like I said, we're looking for oil to continue higher into the summer. Quick mention on NRGN. Again, this is the reason why I say always book at least half profits on, or profits, sell at least half a position on stocks before earnings. This is a newsletter rule that's been in play for years for you new guys. Usually what happens is we sell at least half, if not 3/4 of a play that's got earnings the next day or an after hours, just to protect yourself. The NRGN news wasn't that bad. We've got a large short on this stock. I mentioned in the chat room. That's why we did not load this play back when the penny stocks were busting out big time, and the short took advantage of today's action to cover lower. We do have a golden cross looming on this one, so maybe in the next day or two we'll look to add back positions in this stock. But again, always look to sell at least a portion of position before earnings, especially on these small cap plays, because you never know what's going to happen. Really quick mention on GSAT, Global Star Satellite Company. This is a play on Digital Globe. This is the satellite company. They're going to price their IPO tomorrow, and there's not a whole lot of satellite plays out there. So as long as this stock holds above its 20-day exponential at 67 cents, this should be a pretty good play, especially if the pricing is good on Digital Globe tomorrow. Last but not least, this is our other energy play, EXXI. It's been treading water over the last couple of days. Again, stops on this one, 20-day exponential, 61 cents. Very small play just because it's up quite a bit from the March lows. But again, not many oil plays out there under $1. And this one, the indicators look really good. On-balance volume continues to rise. Stochastics is doing that pinch off the 50 level, which held. ADX remains very, very strong. And again, this one could really motor to the $1 area like BQI did for us. So back to the market. Yes, we've gotten a little cautious here. Market still looks really good. Shorts are licking their wounds again after today, but Abbey Joseph Cohen coming on CNBC and being bullish. For you traders that have been around for many years, that has been an almost rock solid. Be very, very careful with this market signal over the last few years. She never comes out at the bottoms and tells you to buy. Just like every other broker, they come out at the tops and try to pimp you the stock that they want to sell before they take the market down. So again, we've gone into a very high caution stance, high cash level. Doesn't mean we're not going to continue playing longs. We are. We're just going to rotate into new ones, reduce our buy positions. We're going to play a little bit smaller, and we're going to wait for the 20-day exponential to break or 3 red days on the Dow before we start considering shorts. That's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.